Thank you for tuning in to Game Changer 00100. I'm your host, Game Changer. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing this video. Okay, so this is part two of the Madame Noir video. Here is why men need to stop commenting on women's appearance. All right, so let's get into this. Let me play the clip from where we left off last time. We have about 4 minutes left, and here we go.
I'm like, fine, I'll get the short wig this time, but I won't have it forever.
So that was great hearing from social media, but as always, we took to our MadameNoire.com audience to find out what you think about men volunteering compliments that we didn't ask them to give. We asked.
Okay, now notice how this is the one in the middle, by the way. Notice how she said compliments, and the title is, commenting. So basically, her gripe is this is a Freudian slip. Her gripe isn't with men commenting on her looks. She actually, is getting compliments, and she want to know how they feel about that. So let's continue.
Do you comment on men's bodies? With 82% of our audience saying yes and 18% saying no. I'm not commenting on no random guy's body.
Okay.
Random guy.
In the group chat. Like, you can send it to the girl.
Okay, so the question is, do you comment on men's bodies? And she said, I am not commenting on random men's bodies. Okay, so you changed the question and answered that one.
And make that comment there.
But not on the
But no,
streets.
I'm not going, hello, sir. That is a
Oh, wait, the fat one said something interesting. Now, this is the same fat one from earlier who was saying that, oh, no, these guys are hard, on the internet and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. But you just said that you would make these comments on the Hangout or online to other women. So the hypocrisy. Yeah.
nice tie.
Right.
No.
I have told a man he looks handsome or you look nice today. I've said that to not random guys on the street, but I've said that to colleagues or something.
If I trust you,
Yes.
because then you know my intention.
We asked, has a comment made by a man that you were not in a relationship with ever hurt your feelings? With 66% of you saying yes and 34% saying no. Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No, it doesn't really bother me. It bothers me when it gets violent. Oh, no, one time.
It bothers you when it gets violent. Then that means that it's the violence that's bothering you, not the comment or the compliment. If a guy came up to you and said, "Ooh, nice wig," and you said, and then you ignored him or whatever, and he just commenced to beating the fuck out of you, it's not the compliment or comment that bothered you. It's the ass whooping. It's the violence. So yes, you're not really bothered by what men say. You're bothered by the violence. Now, I doubt that violence ever really happened to you, so, this is just like an empty statement, but, that's neither here nor there.
I did walk by and this guy tried to give me, and I was like, no. And he did say I had a flat ass, and I was like, God, I do. That's one of my biggest insecurities. And I was like, ah.
We asked, have you
Okay, so it bothered you. It bothered you, and he wasn't violent, but it bothered you that he said that. So when you said no, it doesn't bother you. It does, because he brought to your attention that in addition to all the other obvious flaws. So she's sitting on a couch, fat as hell, with a long weave down to her rippled stomach, and not a very attractive woman. You're like, does she have a deemable quality? I wonder if she is sitting on a nice ass. And the answer to that is no, she's not. So she has nothing to offer a man's penis. And yet, when a guy approaches her, and she shoots him down, he points out that, look, you have a flat ass. Like, oh my God, I have a flat ass. It's like, wait, you don't notice everything else fucked up about you?
ever talked to your male relatives about their comments on women's bodies, with 35% saying yes and 65% saying no? I definitely try to call them out, especially when my friends and cousins, they be having round bellies, and they be sitting there like, oh, I need her to be chiseled. I need to be able to put my hand around her waist just by cupping it like this. And I'll be like, but can nobody even hug you, bruh? Your stomach.
Oh God. All right. So let me ask this. Do you do the same thing to the women in your family? Or better yet, do you do the same thing to the women on this panel? You have a fat one right there. To your left is a fat bitch who comments on men's bodies. She admitted to it a moment ago that from time to time she comments on men's bodies. And yet you hadn't checked her on her bodies. No, this goes back to what I was saying in, part one of the video and yesterday. Notice how this is labeled why men need to stop commenting, because these women feel that they have the authority to check men's behaviors, not women. Women can pretty much, if a woman were to do the exact same thing, if a woman with a big round belly was saying, oh, I only go for six-pack niggas or jawline niggas or Boris Kojo types, you would not have shit to say. But for whatever reason, you feel that you have the right and authority to check a man's behavior.
Stomach is so big I could bounce off it. So I'm just
And the chick in yellow on the right, her stomach is so big you can sink into it. Jesus Christ. Like, you can pretty much put your dick anywhere and it functions as a vagina because it is a sweaty crack.
all that to say, I try to say something, but they ain't trying to hear it.
No, they're not. But I think as if we have men in our circles, like we have a duty to say something. Like I can't save,
You have a duty to say something to the men in your circle. They don't have a duty to say something to the women in their circle. I mean, every black woman has a fucked up woman in their circle. A woman who is, fat with 3 kids and, demands the best of men. But they are not obligated to say shit like that. When is the Africa Miranda, you can get the dick. When is the last time you ever heard the Black New Waltz or what have you check the ratchets? When do they ever? When was the last time you heard this shit? And I'm not talking about the Kendra D and shit, or the Nicole Michelles of the world, because these are platform chicks. I'm talking about the ones in day-to-day passing, just in day-to-day interaction with each other. You know how at a club or something you'll see an attractive black woman with an unattractive black woman, and say you approach the attractive one and then the unattractive one interferes. When was the last time that the attractive one says, bitch, stay in your fucking lane. This is my dick here. Mind your own fat ass business. Nope. They never check each other, but they're always constantly trying to check men's behavior.
Women from every random man on the street, but can I talk to men in my circle if they say something crazy in my presence? Yes, I have, and I will continue.
Yes, we will. We will call you out. And, we can woman-splain all day about this, but we had to look to the male thought expert, GQ magazine, for their thoughts about it. They had an article called How to Compliment a Woman Without Making It Weird. First of all, when you compliment a woman, don't make it about you. Like, I think you should not have blonde hair.
Oh, God. All right, so everything you say is assuming that you think that. Like every statement that you make, if I were to say, America's a great country, then you could always preface it with, I think America is a great country. Game of Thrones is a great movie. I think Game of Thrones is a great woman. Game of Thrones is a great TV series. You know what I mean. Captain Marvel was a stupid movie. I think Captain Marvel was a stupid movie. Pretty much every opinion you have can be preferenced with I think. What the hell? It's implied. God damn, ditzy bitches.
Complimenting someone, actually genuinely look to them and say like, oh, what do I think is great and lovely about this person?
Okay, so basically she said, don't make it about you, but when you're complimenting somebody, you should say, what do I think is beautiful. What the fuck is she talking about? This is that dumb shit. You see, here's the thing. The bar for intelligence in the black community is so fucking low that people actually, there are women out there who look up to these women as intellectuals, even though what she said made no fucking sense.
Regardless of how you feel about how they should or should not look. Also, so if you can, leave specific body parts out of it. You can literally give a general, you look great today. You look lovely. You're beautiful. You're pretty. And
oh God. But what if the only thing a person has is a specific body part? Should you compliment their generalness? No. No, her generalness does not deserve a compliment. Take you for example. You have nice, nope, nope. Talking about the one in the middle. Nope, nope, nope. Ah, there you go. You have great cheekbones. I'm not going to compliment anything else about you because you don't have shit else worth complimenting. I'm not going to compliment you in your entirety. If I had to search your entire being, if I had to scan you, like with one of those grocery store things and just did the red light over you, it would beep at your cheekbones. That's the only fucking thing you have worth complimenting. So, no, do not try to get a person to compliment your everything when you only have one thing.
For the last point, you actually don't need to say anything. I know, wild, right? Every man has someone.
Now, that is something I can agree with. You don't need to say anything, especially to chicks like this, especially to chicks who you're feeding the voracious ego of very, very insecure women. Africa Miranda, you can still get the dick.
Woman that they care about, that they are not sleeping with. So think of your mother, your friends, your cousins, your sister, and how they have to walk through this earth. And
oh my God, think of your mother, your sister, your cousin, your aunt, and blah 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 blah. Do you think about your son, your nephews, your brothers, your fathers? Do you think about them niggas when you go around ignoring motherfuckers that compliment you? Do you think about that? But all of these men are supposed to picture their mom every time they see a chick that they probably want to fuck. Or every time they see a chick. And keep in mind that they're primarily talking about compliments. So would I mind somebody complimenting my sister or something? No. No, I wouldn't. I want that to happen. This is not a bad thing that you women are going through.
And say all kind of crazy stuff to them. You know what your boys say to women. You've been there. Even think of what you maybe said to a woman. And the fact, too, that, for men, when you're watching this and you think maybe we're overreacting, think about the fact that you have never had to get up and spend any moment of your life worrying or feeling unsafe about a comment that's being said to you about your...
Worrying or feeling unsafe about a comment that was said to us. So, I personally would feel unsafe if a MMA nigga just came up and said, nigga, I'm gonna whoop your bitch ass. Yeah, I would. I think that men say shit to other men all the time that makes a man feel unsafe. Nigga, I'm gonna kill you is one I can think of. Bend over, bitch. In prison is another one I can think of. There are tons of things. What are you fucking talking about?
Your body, or just about you as a man. So I would challenge you that if none of this makes you think about it and we're laughing and it's funny, but, take a moment to think about these women in your life and what we have to carry and go through, because it can go from a joke to something crazy or violent or unsafe very quickly.
In conclusion.
Now, it hasn't... The stories that they're giving, they're not talking about violent situations. If the title of this video is "Here's Why Men Need to Stop Being Violent Towards Women," then that's one thing. But no, these are comments that you're commenting on.
Men, stay out of women's business. Thank you for watching Listen to Black Women this week, and we hope to see you next week. Keep it going in our comment section on Hello Beautiful and MadameNoire.com.
Be nice in there. Be nice in the comments, y'all.
Okay. Men, stay out of women's business. So there was a comment on part one. There was actually some time between part one and part two, and I read a comment, and it was a female. She was saying that, oh, we don't really think that we are above you. We just don't value your opinion. This is some, I think I'm above you shit. Stay out of women's business. Do you know that that's how they talk to kids? They say, stay out of grown folks' business. They are talking to you like a fucking kid. Stay out of men's business. While they're reading GQ, while they're reading a magazine that's designed for men, stay out of women's business. And while they admittedly do the same fucking thing, they admitted to commenting on men's looks chronically. They even commented on their own family members' looks. Like, oh, these men say something about, about the women that they want, and look at their round bellies. I could bounce off of it, and even though you bounce off, like the harder ones, you kind of like they have six packs you could bounce a quarter off of, so they got that shit fucking wrong. But these are the intellectuals of the black woman community. Anyway, they comment on men shit. But when men comment on women's shit, stay out of women's business. Men, stay out of women's business. Stay out of grown folks' business. You see the lack of respect that they are teaching a new generation of women? This is what we have to deal with, black men. This is Game Changer 00100, and I'm out.